I think it was excellent. It was a lot to process. It almost leaves me wanting more, even though there was so much. They packed as much as they possibly could. It just makes you think, oh, I just wish we had more time. But they really were very thorough. They cover all the products, they cover how to go about business. Marketing today was really helpful. I like the different aspects. I also really appreciate all the things that they give you to help you be successful when you get back home. We've already got a website that's going to be up and running that they gave us. We've got leads we can use. So real tools that we can put to work right away that we don't have to reinvent the wheel, come up with on our own. Absolutely. I think there's absolutely a place for women. It's definitely whatever skills you bring are relevant. I don't have as much of a background in the financial industry, but I work in the health field, so those are skills that are absolutely relevant to this field. I have experience doing education, and that's something that this is actually a lot of just educating your clients, educating customers about what the whole process is. A lot of people skills involved. So I don't want people to think that they just have to have those number skills, that hard business experience. If they have that, that's great, and plenty of women do, but there's a lot of other things that come into play. So I think it's a great fit for a woman who's interested. I think it'll be a great fit. It's a wonderful way to have a little work-life balance to cut down on that long commute. We live in a major metropolitan area, so commute times are pretty horrendous. It's definitely something that we recognize is not get rich quick, sit back and wait for the checks to come. You know, our son's still going to need some daycare. We're still going to both be working, so we recognize that realistic aspect of it. But at the same time, it's going to give us so much more flexibility in our home life that I think is a big draw. We were very skeptical before we came into this. My husband, in particular, did a lot of research for us. I would recommend really just checking it out. There's a lot of information available on the internet. You know, you can't take it all worth its weight in gold, but there is good information out there. And if a company is really regularly ripping people off, it's going to show up. They're going to have that reputation. And we really couldn't find anything negative about this company. There was one minor complaint that we could kind of tell was probably from a rival, and they had addressed that, and they had taken the high road, and that was a really encouraging sign. And then my husband also talked to several graduates in depth for half an hour to 45 minutes each. So not just a, hey, did you take the class, yes or no, kind of a thing, but asking, okay, how long have you been in business? What did you think about the class? What would you have changed? Tell us about your first deal. How supportive have they been since you graduated? And that really helped us solidify it for us as well, to really hear from people who'd been through and could say, this has been my experience, and yes, I recommend it. So I think just doing your own due diligence. And they're also very willing. I know some folks who live on this coast came to meet with Chris in person. He's very happy to do that. If you want to kind of check things out in person and you have that ability, that's a great route to go as well.